Everybody, please give Jayla another applause. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So, explaining how Jayla was talking about, our generation, we're used to texting and everything. So all my notes are in here. So don't think I'm up here, going Pokemon Go or anything. Just want to make sure. Just kind of reiterate some of the things that Jalen was already talking about. Sometimes we get a little nervous. It's main thing what we get nervous about is a very important topic, and that's really bridging the gap between the older generation and younger generation to make sure that we're all as one, folks, that unity comes together. But before we do that, I actually want to start off with a chant here, get everybody up and going, because I see some eyes kind of get low here. All right, so first chant, I want to repeat after me. I'm here today.
I'm here today.
Oh, I gotta hear it loud. I'm here today.
I'm here today.
Because I'm blessed.
Because I'm blessed.
I'm here today.
I'm here today.
Because I'm blessed.
Because I'm blessed.
Thank you. Actually, I got another one. It's like, give me strength.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
So others will know you.
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 Amen. Thank you. I want to start off by saying thank you. First, I want to thank Karen for getting this all together. I know his parents are very proud of him. The church family is very proud of him. But I'm very proud of him myself because seeing him a young man he's grown to be as he continues to grow and continue this movement as far as this youth day and continue to bridge the gap. And as a leader, I see that he's going to do great things in the future. So thank you, Karen. I also want to thank my lovely wife, Martin-Proctor, who lives with me. Just deal with my shenanigans sometimes. So, but I want to thank my mom for coming here, my grandparents. I love you guys very much, Mom for Gregory. I want to thank the whole church family. Main thing I want to be here, I want to be the man who I am, not just my family, for all the things that they put their hand on me, all the stuff that they taught me. I also learned from this church family as well. So the Green family, the Cobbs, the Walkers, the Reese family. I mean, I could go through everybody. Chambers, it's everybody. I want to thank, I also definitely want to thank Reverend Jackson and her family. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done for me. But just kind of give you guys some information about me if you haven't known me already. Right now I work at Echo Park, but I've been in this church since I was in diapers pretty much. But the main thing is, growing up, I grew up with Ray Jones, grew up with Michael Cruz, Ryan Green, those guys. We grew up in the old sanctuary for the most part, especially in the old church choir where they used to hang out and used to make some noise and get in trouble up there. But, we grew up and here we are today. But the main thing I want to talk about is the 3 L's. And 3 L's I want to focus on, since we came to talk, is I want to listen, learn, and love. Say it with me. Listen, learn, and love. Why is that important? Why is listening, learning, love, why is that important? Why younger generation, why do we have to listen? Why do we have to learn? Why do we have to love? Same thing with the older generation. But the main thing I want to first talk about is listen. I want to start off with the scripture here. Where there is no guidance, and this is Proverbs chapter 11, verses 14. So, where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in the abundance of counselors there is safety. So when there is no guidance, if you don't receive anything, you're not going to go anywhere. So as far as the young generation, I want to talk to you, and I'm also going to talk to the older generation at the same time. We think we know everything, right? I know it, I got it, it's all me, I got it. But the main thing is you don't. I don't know everything. Even though 28, it's not really, I would say, the older generation, we're still young. I would say, because we got a lot to learn. That's still have a lot to learn. But especially at your age, I was young, especially that one day I was down in the laundry room, especially the French room, because my grandmother, she was ironing, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, I think she was in her weeds, or I don't know, for some reason she felt pretty aggressive today, but I don't know why. I chose that day to get, talk back to her, but it was some attitude I caught with her. I didn't like it, but man, she had the Muhammad Ali right hook, and I'm still feeling it right now. It's kind of like, but it's one of those things that I'm grateful for that. And it's not for us to hurt someone. It's not really putting pain. It's really something to wake me up. Me and this gentleman right here, this wonderful man I'm staring at right now, my grandfather, Robert Earl Martin, we butted heads a lot when we were young. Because I wasn't willing to listen all to, to the chores and all the disciplines and everything that he taught me, a lot of stuff that, I kind of butted heads because he wanted to do it his way, and he's always like, I got to do it this way. That's the way you got to do it. And I want to do it my way, but that's how we are the same. I'm just basically the same as him. But the main thing, what I learned is that when I listened, and as I got older, I started to be quiet and just open my ears. And that does a whole lot than just talking. Because you think you know everything because you got technology. Yeah, there's some things that they don't know. We understand that. But there's some things that are still going to be the same. And that is respect your authority. That is just listen to them. And the older I get, the more I realize, the more I appreciate the man that he is today. And the more that I realize I should listen a little bit more. I'm a great person, but I could be an even better person if I could continue to listen. He was born in South Carolina, Southern hospitality. So definitely some whoopings, and there's definitely some chasing. So I had to, that's why I got so fast on the football field. So it's definitely from him. But my mom, everybody's track star, it seems like it. But I want to thank them for all the lessons they taught me. And the number one lesson they taught me was that I listened to was God first. Keep God first. Wherever you go to school, you go to church, you go to work, wherever you go, keep God first. I mean, that's the number one simple thing, because at the end of the day, that's the person who loves you more before you love yourself. So listen. Listen to your heart, listen to God. Go to a quiet room. Go to a room, black, turn the lights off, and listen. Listen to the voice, listen to him. Receive him, let him come to you, because if you don't, you're just talking, and Lord, I'm going through these pains, going through these troubles, got bills, I'm not getting along with this friend over here, I don't know how I'm not making this on this football team. I mean, you got to listen. Because you learn a lot more if you listen instead of talking. I also want to go to another scripture. It's Proverbs chapter 12, verses 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. So, kids, listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. They understand what relationships are about. You may not understand, but they learn something. They know something. It's the same stuff. Technology may come in, but it's the same situation. School. Listen to your teachers. That's another thing I want to talk about too, is that we also need to figure out as I know that in the community, as far as the school community, we're having issues as far as communicating with teachers and parents. I feel that both parents and students need to listen to the teachers. That's their job. Their job is to teach and lead these kids as leaders. And sometimes, as students, we feel like we take advantage of that, but we also got to listen to both. Older generation, younger generation, listen to the teachers, do everything. So, as far as adults, same thing, listen to your kids. You can learn something from them. My mom listens to my music. She loves listening to Kendrick Lamar, she listens to the internet, she listens to everything. But I learned from her, and now she learns from me. So that we feed off each other. I grew up to Prince, grew up to a lot of different music, so rest in peace to Prince up there. But I learned a lot of different things from listening to, just observing everything that she's done. And that's why I'm going to go into learning. Learning could be listening, could be a lot of different things, but learning is more of observing. So you listen, but you need to observe what's in front of you. You need to absorb and really be aware of your surroundings. So as far as the kids, I know you have your best friends, you have your buddies, you're talking in classroom, not paying attention to the teacher. Sometimes you gotta shove them, you gotta give them that nudge, say, hey, listen, try and pay attention here. You know your best friends are the ones who are trying to help you grow. Those are the ones that are gonna help you get there. But if you tune them out, if you're trying to be part of the group, trying to be, hey, I'm trying to be this, you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna learn what's around you. I want to start with scripture, which is Proverbs chapter 1, verses 5. Seems like I'm always in Proverbs here. So, let the wise hear and increase in the learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance. I'll say that again. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance. Kind of let that sit in a little bit, but you listen. You know that of my upbringing as far as my parents, my grandparents, my mom, the foundations that they have, the same things that they were raised, that they were brought up, they did the same thing for me. And it's all about tradition. It's important about that. You got to stay on the course as far as focus on the basics. The basics is God's first. That's number 1. 2, family second. 3, all comes to your passions. For me, that's how I was brought up. I was brought up to learn to love God. And loving God helped me to learn to love others. And by listening, what I learned is by observing my grandparents, my mom, how they live their daily lives, how they respect people, how they're being generous. Sometimes I see them when they're in their down days, their dark days. And that's what I learned from my family members as well. And I learned from that. And that's how I grow from that point. And it's not some of the things that I observe that may not be the right things, but from that lesson, I learned not to do them. And they expressed that to me. And that's why I appreciate it. And that's some of the things that some people are trying to tell you some things. They want to tell you, hey, I want to take care of you. I love you very much. And I want to make sure that you don't fall through the same cracks or fall through the same situation. I'm telling you this, but that's why I need to listen to it. That's why I need to learn. Respect. Respect is huge. Respect goes in different ways. Kids, if you want respect, you gotta give respect. Simple as that. If you want respect, you gotta give it. It's all about discipline. I learned discipline from being in a household, but also being in the football field. Micah knows that, Ray knows that, especially on the basketball court. Because we got all athletes around here. But discipline is really key. I learned that repetition, great repetition becomes perfect. You become the greatest person in the world. So you can be a janitor, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, wherever you want to be, you have to discipline yourself to be the best person at it, be the best pastor, be the best doctor, wherever it is that you guys want to be that person. And parents, respect that. Talk to them. Help them through that process, just like any other parent will always do. Continue to listen and learn from them. You learn a lot of their energies, you learn a lot of their excitement. But that's kind of rambling off here a little bit. Give me a second here. And also teamwork. And teamwork, I learned teamwork, discipline. I take a lot of things from football because you can learn a lot of stuff through life. Know that the parents are the one head of the household, they run stuff here. But, there's a different way to how we present. There's an open door policy. Parents will always have an open door policy. That's how it is. They tell that in the workforce. But the parents will always have an open door policy. It's just how you present it. You go there, guns blazing, firing off with attitude because you had a bad day or whatever, it's not going to go well. But anyway, but you just talk to them. It's like, hey, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, whoever, grandma, grandpa, sit down with them and say, here's the deal. This is what I want to be. I don't understand this. Why I have to do this. And they'll talk to you. If you present to them, if you talk to them the right way, respectfully, they're going to give you respect back to you. It's that simple. And as far as the teamwork, you guys work together. Parents are there to obviously help you grow, teach you things that you need to learn. As kids, just listen, learn, and then eventually you return the same favor back to you. Because that's what's eventually going to happen. You're going to have to do the same thing. That's what we expect. That's what goes around. That's what you want to do. Faith, patience, and unity. We already talked about faith. Constant faith every single day. Continue to learn about your faith. Read through the Bible. One of the things that I want to express is that my best friend, who's part of my groomsmen, his name is Andy Fox, one of my best friends. He graduated from Thomas Jefferson High School, but we went to CSU Pueblo. How we got to know each other was when we were part of the minor in professional writing, and I was able to study abroad in London, Italy, Greece, and Turkey. I kind of talked about this before, but I didn't really go into depth about how he and I built our relationship from then. And that's how we've grown to know each other and grown to love each other, was because his passion for God and his faith. And it's important to have some friends or someone, not everybody, but at least one person in your life that you can talk to about God. It doesn't have to be a pastor, but it's kind of just your own Bible study right in there. And that friend, that's when you will know that's your best friend, because he will tell you or she will tell you the honest truth, and I appreciate him because he goes a lot through the Bible. He goes kind of black and white, kind of goes by Bible word, and he understands it. For me, I kind of don't go by the word. I'm kind of a little out of context a little bit, but I'm more spiritual. I'm a little bit more open-minded in that case. And what he does, he breaks it down to me to make it simple, simplify the whole thing for him. But I appreciate everything he's done, and we continue to talk about that. So if you have that friend, loved one who shares that same faith, stick with them. That's the person you want to hang around with. That person will tell you, hey, God's watching. He's watching over. Oh, hey, Aaron's watching. That even scares me more. But that is very important, really, to share that and have a dialogue with your friends. So have an open dialogue with your friends about that. Open about faith, open about me. And then there's one verse that I want to go into before I talk about love. And it's a long verse, but it's 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12 through 20. And this kind of goes into as far as unity, as far as everyone coming together. Just as a body, though one, has many parts, but all its many parts form one body. So it is with Christ. For we were all baptized by one Spirit, so as to form one body. Whether Jews or Gentiles, slave or free, and we were all given the one Spirit to drink. Even so, the body is not made up of one part, but of many. Now, if the foot should say, because I am not a hand, I do not belong to the body, it would not for that reason stop from being part of the body. If the ear should say, because I am not an eye, I do not belong to the body, it would not for that reason stop being part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? If the whole body were ear, where would it be the sense of smell? But in fact, God has placed the parts in the body, every one of them, just as He wanted them to be. If they were all one part, where would the body be? As it is, there are many parts, but one body. So what does that mean? You can't function. How can you see? How can you catch a football? You can't see or you can't run. Everything that God placed you, God that put you on this earth, you're part of something. You're here for a reason. As youth, as adults, we're all here for a reason. As a church family, we come together, and it's beautiful to come together as communities and to share the Word of God, to come together. But that's the same part. We all work together. We're all here to help each other out. Because there's some things that we may not know, but some others may know that will help you out as far as growth. I wish the nation would understand that too, because we as a country, we fail to understand that everyone is here, everyone's on earth for a reason. Whether you're brown, white, yellow, purple, whatever color that is, we're here for a reason. Now I want to get into love. I know we're kind of short on time here, but the most important thing is, obviously I talk about love God, but you also have to love yourself first. In order to love others, you have to love yourself before you can love others. As Mark says, the famous verse, Mark chapter 12, verse 31, love thy neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than there. So love thy neighbor, love yourself before you love others. Appreciate what God's given you, the talents that He's given you. There's beauty in you, there's beauty in every single person in this room. You have to exploit that, use it for gifts, use it to help others around you. That helps your family, help your parents. Parents will help you. It all goes both ways. You've got to help each other out now. I have a situation, let's talk about love and enemies. I got a story about a friend in college, and I also got a story about a buddy in the back row over there. So I'm going to start out with him. I want to say, first of all, I want to congratulate the future Mr. and Mrs. Cruz. Michael and Autumn. Back a long time ago, we were playing video games. Intense heat. I mean, we're very competitive as far as video games, sports, whatever. Mike and I were in the basement downstairs, and we're playing some Sega Genesis game. Yeah, I forgot everyone's like, Sega Genesis. What is that? I've heard that. PS4. But anyways, but we were playing the game, and then for some reason it got intense, and I was frustrated. He was frustrated, and we didn't agree on the fact that I should have won or he should have won. And from that point, he went upstairs. And at first, when he left, it saddened me because I don't want to lose a friend. But the day after that, we came back and became friends after that. And that was love. That's my definition of love. Even though you go through the highs, but when you go through the lows and you're still able to overcome and recover from that, that's the person who wants to stick around with you. And I appreciate everything that, I don't want to disappoint him, I don't want to disappoint Ray, I don't want to disappoint anybody in this church. But that story means a lot because that was a point where I had to stand up for myself, like, nah, I want to win this game, I should have won that point. It was weird. It was a long time ago, I don't remember, but the fact that we came together and we forgot all about that, it was love. We moved forward and just kept, being ourselves. That's where we are today. Another story is a friend from college, we used to play football together. We had go to parties, hang out, and we help each other out. We support one another. Sometimes we'll talk about God. Sometimes we'll talk a lot of different deep things, but a lot of things are trying to help us grow. And he's been through some stuff, and I told him about my story as well. But to fast forward to the situation, there was a party, and unfortunately, somebody he got into a fight, and he was mad that I wasn't supporting him. I expressed to him, and he was frustrated with me, but I was trying to express to him the reason why I was a part of it. And that's something where I want to speak to the young youth, is that there's nothing wrong with telling your friend, I don't agree with that. Because your friend should accept and love you for who you are. And I expressed to him, that's not me, I wasn't raised that way. I went back to what my grandparents, my parents, and my loved ones and family have bestowed and given some of that information. But that was the reason why I made that decision, because I said, no, I don't want to be part of that fight. I don't want to help you in that fight because that's not my battle. That's not my battle. Certain battles I'll be part of, but that's a battle that you can't control. And from that point, we had issues. You couldn't see eye to eye after that. But the fact is, eventually you have to love one another and love your enemies. You have to really be the man, be the woman, and really stand up to that person. Look them eye to eye and tell them straight up why you don't want to be part of it. Why this is not you. And so that situation, we don't talk as much like we used to. But from the last time we talked, he did respect the fact that he said, I love you for the fact that you came up to me and you told me what kind of person you are. And I'm glad that you stood by your guard and said you stood up to your own, but you stood up to yourself. And that's the main thing as far as love. You have to love no matter what. Love someone for their faults and love them for their strengths. But listen, love, and learn. I hope that message gets across, and I hope that passes on to everyone. Friend, enemy, someone from work, whoever it is, manager, who could be. Pass that message to someone. You gotta listen to that person. You gotta learn from that person. And you gotta understand and love that person as well. And that's what God puts us here. That's what He wants.